There are moments beyond sports. Discover the NFL's most touching and saddest moments on Go to Football. Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to Go to Football. Today we're going to get a little emotional and talk about some of the toughest moments in NFL history. These are the times when the game wasn't the most important thing on the field. Nope, it was all about the players and their lives. I'm talking about those moments when cheers, rivalries, and all that stuff took a back seat, and millions of fans came together in one big hug. It's those moments that remind us that football is more than just a game. So buckle up, grab some tissues, and get ready to feel all the feels. We're going to take a trip down memory lane and relive some of the NFL's saddest moments. Let's take a trip down memory lane to talk about one of the most heart-wrenching moments in NFL history. It's the story of Chuck Hughes, a Detroit Lions receiver who played an essential role in the team's success. The year was 1971, and the Lions were facing off against the Chicago Bears. Everything seemed to be going as planned until Hughes suddenly collapsed on the field without being touched by any other player. The medics quickly rushed to his aid and transported him to the hospital, but it was too late. Hughes had suffered a heart attack and passed away. The news of Hughes' death sent shockwaves throughout the NFL, and it was a tragedy that no one saw coming. His death led to the introduction of new rules regarding the training of field doctors and emergency procedures for serious injuries, a legacy that will always be associated with Chuck Hughes. But his memory lives on, and the Detroit Lions retired his jersey number 85, to honor his life and legacy. Despite the precautions that clubs and the league take to protect athletes, a case similar to the Hughes affair is the tragic death of Corey Stringer, an offensive tackle for the Minnesota Vikings. Back in 2001, the Minnesota Vikings were gearing up for the start of the season. Corey Stringer was a vital part of their lineup. But during summer practice, disaster struck. The weather was scorching hot, and Corey suffered from heat stroke while working out. Unfortunately, he passed away as a result of this tragic incident. Corey's death was a devastating loss for his team, the league, and fans alike. He was a well-respected player who had just signed a new 5-year contract. Nobody could have predicted that this terrible event would happen. As a result of Corey's death, new safety guidelines were put in place to ensure that athletes are protected while training in extreme heat. While we can never erase the tragedy that occurred, we can honor Corey's memory by making sure that this doesn't happen to any other NFL players. As fans, we often see athletes as invincible, able to withstand any physical challenge thrown their way. But the stories of Kevin Turner, Junior Seau, and Dave Duerson remind us that there can be long-term consequences to playing at the highest level of football. Kevin Turner was a force to be reckoned with on the field, known for his strength and blocking ability. But after 8 seasons in the NFL, he was diagnosed with ALS, a debilitating disease linked to repeated concussions. Despite his diagnosis, Turner remained an active advocate for research into the disease and its connection to football. His death in 2016 was a shock to the football community and drew attention to the need for increased safety measures and research in the sport. Junior Seau's story is a heartbreaking one, filled with talent and success on the field, but ending in tragedy off the field. He was a true football legend, a powerful linebacker that fans would always root for. He gave everything to the game, playing with a fierce passion and dedication that earned him respect and admiration from teammates and opponents alike. But as with many other players, the physical toll of the game took its toll on him. After retiring, Seau faced a difficult transition, as many players do. The game had been his life, and suddenly it was gone. He struggled with depression and other issues, and ultimately took his own life in 2012. The news shocked the football community, and it wasn't until later that it was revealed that Seau was suffering from CTE, a degenerative brain disease caused by repeated head trauma. Seau's story, too, is a tragic reminder of the importance of player safety and the need to take measures to protect athletes from the long-term effects of the game. Dave Duerson's story is one of sacrifice, dedication, and ultimately tragedy. He poured his heart and soul into football, playing for several NFL teams, and even winning a Super Bowl with the Chicago Bears in 1985. After retiring, he continued to make a name for himself in the league by serving as the president of the NFL Players Association. But in 2011, he was found dead at his home, having taken his own life. It was a shocking and devastating blow to the football community, and it was later revealed that Duerson was suffering from chronic traumatic brain injury, CTE, caused by the repeated hits he had taken throughout his career. Despite the heartbreaking circumstances of his death, Duerson's legacy has helped to shed light on the dangers of football-related brain injuries. His tragic passing prompted the creation of a compensation fund to help former players who are dealing with similar issues. And to this day, his name remains a symbol of courage and selflessness in the face of adversity. The stories of these great players show us that football is more than just a game. It is a physical and mental challenge that can have lasting effects on the players who dedicate their lives to it. As fans, it is our responsibility to support and advocate for the safety of these athletes, both on and off the field. These heartbreaking stories serve as a poignant reminder that these great champions are not just football players, but real people with families and loved ones. Their tragic deaths have deeply affected the football community, and the efforts to prevent and treat traumatic brain injuries have become a top priority for the NFL. These players' legacies will never be forgotten, because that's what football does. It brings us together. Even in our darkest moments, we can find hope and strength in the love of the game and the people who make it great. We hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like and share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to Go to Football for all the latest updates on the world of football and the NFL. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.